Assalamualaikum student. Dr. Nveed Shahat, your course instructor is here. Today this is our 34th lecture. In this lecture we will discuss about GMOs, risk factors, ethical and public concern. Student, before discussing this topic, we will have to know why we need to develop transgenic organisms, and after developing these transgenic organisms, either they are affecting our daily routine life, uh, are affecting life in any way, and we will have to discuss the ethical concerns related to the transgenic organism. So first of all, we will try to get answer why we need to develop transgenic organism or transgenic plants. In other words, what is our purpose? uh, if we talk about transgenic plants, so we will have to develop resistance to diseases and pathogens like bacterial resistance, fungal resistance, viral resistance, and insect resistance in plants. For this, we have developed lot of transgenic plants. Other is the resistant to the novel herbicides, herbicide resistant plants. Protection against abiotic stress like salinity, drought, frost, high temperature, or heavy metals. Other is the development of transgenic plants for the functional food like cancer protecting tomato plants. And we need to develop transgenic plants to improve nutritional values in different food products. As we have discussed the application of biotechnology in the field of agriculture in previous lectures. Other concern is improve or increase the amount of vitamins in products, like we discuss about golden rice, to enhance the expression of a precursor beta carotene, which is a precursor of vitamin A. And other is the vaccine production through the transgenic plants. We have developed transgenic plants by improving aroma, taste, and structure of agricultural products. Again, in rice, aroma has been improved. We have also improved fiber quality in cotton. You know, cotton is our main cash crop and used in textile industry. We have improved the quality of fiber by developing transgenic plants. So what we have to be avoid, reasons of avoid of GMOs. First is actually human health concerns. Transgenic organisms or transgenic plants are affecting human health directly or indirectly. Nobody can say that GMOs are safe, because somehow in or some way they have a negative effect on the other organisms. No specific test which analyze long-term safety of GM foods. No independent research and post-marketing follow-up analysis. So these are the reasons. That's why we avoid GM plants or organism. A scientist warned of toxins. Toxins produced through the plants. If we have inserted any desired gene into the plant to get specific type of the protein, so that protein is producing in plant, but meanwhile there are chances that some other type of the proteins may produce in the plant which may be the toxic and had effect on other organisms. New diseases. If we are developing transgenic plants to control pathogen or different plant diseases, maybe in transgenic plant new diseases will develop. Nutritional problem. Plant nutrition value may also be affected by developing these transgenic plants. So we will have to check it with reference to biosafety. Have to check all type of the parameters. And allergen. Allergen is another main factor which maybe appear in transgenic plants. If a normal type of plant, wild type of plant is not allergy causing plant, but when we make it transgenic, then this plant may cause allergic effect for human or animals. I will give another example about allergen of the plants in this lecture. What are the allergy causing agents? Allergy causing agents may be the food-borne agents like transgenic, like peanut, tree nut, milk in case of animals, eggs, crustaceans, wheat, soybean, celery, sesame, kiwi and mustard. These are the different transgenic organisms which may cause allergic reaction. Other is the airborne allergy causing agent like pollen, weeds, molds, dust mites, latex. These are the allergy causing agent into the air. Some other type like bee and ant venom, which has also a negative effect for other organisms. What is the risk factor? Transfer of the pollen and genes by insect even in the area of more than a kilometer from the field with GMO. This is the main risk factors. Transfer of pollen and genes by insect. During pollination, insect carry pollens from one flower and shift to the other flower on the different region, maybe even away from 1 kilometer. So during pollen transfer, gene may also be transferred, and this is a risk factor of our gene which may be integrated into a wild type plant. Pesticides go hand in hand with the GMOs. Although we are trying to develop pesticide free plants, or we are trying to reduce use of the pesticide, but still pesticides are using with these GMOs. Increased use of the pesticide and herbicides, otherwise artificially created selection pressure, could lead to a dominance of GMO. What about the animal health? Animal health concern is a massive worker bee die off due to the excessive use of pesticides. Yes, you know, worker bee is beneficial for us to produce honey. GMOs negatively impacting other insects, food for larger animals. Insects, those are the food for the other larger animals. Glyphosate, which is herbicide, impact composition of the soil. As you know, glyphosate used as a herbicide, and after application of this herbicide, ultimately this herbicide become part of the soil, because after the decaying of the leaves or during the rainwater, it will become part of the soil. So glyphosate will affect the composition of soil. Engineered plants which access toxic substances present risk to the other organisms. GM plants could contain unexpected high concentration of plant toxicants. Flavor saver tomato, we have already discussed about it, but what kind of the biosafety issues with this flavor saver tomato? This flavor saver tomato has been given to rats as a feed, but rats refuse to eat tomato, this transgenic tomato. After 28 days, 7 out of the 20 force fed rats developed stomach lesions. So this is a negative impact of tomato on the rat. Rat developed stomach lesions. So it's mean maybe somehow it has a bad effect on human health. Another 7 of 40 rats died within 2 weeks. This was the experiment performed with reference to flavor saver tomato. Industrial study for these rats, 2 lines of GM tomato made, one associated with high rates of lesion and death. FDA stand for Food and Drug Regulatory Authority, did not block introduction of the tomato, and company voluntarily marketed one not associated with rat problem. So companies stop marketing of these tomatoes which have the bad effect on uh, rat life. When given a choice, many animals avoided GM food. So it's mean upon their choice, animals don't like to eat GM food. Mice avoided GM corn. Roundup Ready, which is a herbicide resistant, also have a bad effect on the different organism. Portion of the transgenic DNA had horizontally transferred from GM food into the intestinal bacteria of some of the volunteer. So it's mean transgenic DNA is horizontally transferred into the intestinal bacteria. Another rat feeding unexplained changes in testicle cells, which is indicator of the toxin. In a Russian study, rats fed with GM soya showed a five-fold increase in mortality, lower birth weight, and inability to reproduce. In this figure, you can see two mice. These both mice have the same age, but you are looking their size is different from each other. These mice showing stunted growth. In this case, one mice is normal, other is stunted. In stunted growth, larger mice or rat is 19 days old, which is from the control group, and smaller rat is 20 days old, is from the GM soya group. So student, you can well understand how much effect of GM soya on the rat growth. Environmental possibility of the unintended harm to the other organism, potential risk of the harm to non-target organism. A pest resistant crop that produces toxin may harm both crop damaging and non-crop damaging insects. For example, the pollen of BT corn on milkweed is thought to affect, slow or kill the larvae of monarch butterflies. You know, monarch butterfly is the beauty of nature. So by getting these transgenic BT transgenic plants, we are affecting the life of monarch butterfly. Only 56% of the young monarch butterfly larvae lived, whereas pollen from organic plants dusted to the milkweed produce a survival rate of 100%. Pesticides become less effective as pesticides become resistant to modified crops. As the pests become resistant to modified crops, different varieties and strength of the pesticides will be needed once weed have adopted to the existing effective pesticides. Outcrossing is inevitable outcrossing of transgenic plants with naturally occurring ones. Such type of outcrossing create superweeds. Superweeds, in case of superweeds, the gene transfer to the non-target species, where herbicide tolerant plants crossbreed with the weeds, potentially creating herbicide resistant weeds. स्टूडेंट, इस केस में अगर हम कहते हैं कि हमने हर्बिसाइड रेजिस्टेंट प्लांट जो बना लिए हैं, तो वो जब ग्रो करते हैं उनके साथ ज़ाहिर है हर्ब्स भी ग्रो करेंगी, तो हमारे ये प्लांट्स जो कि हर्बिसाइड रेजिस्टेंट हैं इनका जीन ट्रांसफ़र करेगा टू द नॉन टारगेट स्पीशीज़ ऑफ वीड्स, और वहाँ पे जीन शिफ्ट हो जाएगा। तो फिर इस केस में जो वीड्स नेक्स्ट अपीयर होंगी, इट विल बी द सुपर वीड। इसको इस तरह की जो वीड्स है उसको हर्बिसाइड के थ्रू किल करना मुश्किल हो जाएगा। सो ये भी कहा गया है कि ट्रांसजेनिक प्लांट जो है हर्बिसाइड रेजिस्टेंट ट्रांसजेनिक प्लांट सुपर वीड्स को डेवलप कर रहे हैं। जिस तरह के वेस्टर्न कैनेडियन फार्मर्स सेइंग अबाउट मोनसेंटो राउंड अप रेडी कैनोला सुपर वीड। मोनसेंटो का राउंड अप रेडी कैनोला जो है वो एक सुपर वीट डेवलप कर रहा है। ह्यूमन हेल्थ रिस्क, इंट्रोड्यूसिंग अ जीन इनटू अ प्लांट may create a new allergen or cause an allergic reaction in susceptible individuals. For example, inserting genes from a nut into another plant could be dangerous for the people who are allergic to the nuts. So maybe you have listened that some people have allergy from the nuts. If we take any gene from the nut plant, so this gene may be cause allergy in another transgenic plant. So allergic reaction is the main factor for this nut. Next is the ethics. What type of the ethics we are violating? First is the playing God. We can say playing with God. If we are changing our nature, we are changing wild type plants into the transgenic plants, so we are playing with nature. If we are playing with nature, then we can say we are playing with God. So ultimately these transgenic plants or transgenic organisms will have a bad effect for us in somehow in a different way, because we are changing our nature. Other is the tampering with nature by mixing genes among species. Also tampering, if we are developing transgenic organism, it's mean we are disturbing the genetic makeup settled by the nature for an organism. Other issue is the labeling. Labeling is the main issue for the transgenic organism. Labeling is not mandatory in some countries like Canada and United States. If someone have produced transgenic plant, he will not label this plant as a transgenic plant, with a specific name. Maybe he will that company will use transgenic plant as a normal type of plant, and will sell its seeds. So labeling is most important, so that we can differentiate between wild type plant and the transgenic plants. Mixing GM crops with the non-GM confounds labeling attempts. If different companies or farmers are mixing GM and non-GM crops, so they are confusing us more and more for the labeling of the transgenic plants. There should be clear cut laws for the labeling of GM crops, so that we may save us and save our nature. GM organisms no doubt are beneficial for us, but they are negative effect are harmful at some extent for us.